Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of The Island. Joining me today over at Tortuga, thank you so much for checking it out. That was a weird opening. Hope that you're doing good, and I want to start off by saying thank you all so much for the love and support, not only on the series, but also on my project of stopping to smoke, because episode 31 I hadn't seen your comments for the smoke episode, which was episode 30. And so I feel that I kind of want to keep you guys updated and into the loop of things and stuff now that I've realized that so many are so supportive. And it's going great. We are now on day 7. And let me tell you, I'm starting to feel great. There's ups and downs for sure. But like my energy is higher. It's so much worth it. So if you haven't done it, if you're still smoking, I know a few of you are, then maybe try giving it up. Okay? Or actually, don't try, just do. Just do. Anyway, I've been working quite a bit here at Tortuga since the last episode. I've done, let's take a little bit of a walk. I've done some decorative stuff. This building here is looking fantastic. I really like it. Got a little bit of chocolate dipped clay windows. And this is how it looks closed. I think that's pretty cool. Pretty good looking. Some fence size, some stuff. Even done like a stair. And I want to say one thing before we kind of get into the nitty gritty with Tortuga here. I really suck at interior decoration. Okay? And I should say that not only do I suck, I really don't enjoy doing interior decoration in this game. I think it's kind of boring, which may sound weird to you. I know a lot of people love interior decoration. But for me, it just feels weird in vanilla Minecraft, I should say, because we're lacking too many decorative blocks in this game, and everything is still, it's still big blocks. So trying to make like toilets, and which I know is very popular, bathrooms, I should say, and kitchen and that kind of stuff. For me, it's just not appealing, and it will be kind of interesting to work around my issue with interior decoration as we go along with Tortuga here. But the good thing is that most of these are going to be shops. So let's talk about that for a second. We have to find a way to stick villagers in every building. So remember, every building is going to be a unique shop. Basically how it's going to work is that we'll find the best villager for that shop. For example, let's say that this is a leatherworking shop, okay? So we'll find the villager that has the best emeralds for leather trade, and then we'll kind of stick him in here, although we'll make it prettier, but we'll make sure that he can't get out. So maybe we could have something like this. Let's get out of here. Could have like a counter desk like that, and then we'll have like something go on the top. Yeah, that could work. And then he's standing in there, and the purpose for me traveling here is then to go and trade with him. Among the other shops. If I need to buy some emeralds and I have a lot of leather, I can do that, for example. Then I've also done this building. So this is actually interesting. I like this. So we have a red top, and then I did the jungle around the door here. I don't know if I love that door though. May have to change that out, but I think this looks great. I did the logs here. So this is what I was talking about, by the way, of how we can differentiate these buildings, but keeping it kind of similar to keep the uniform going. Anyway, I've planned out a little bit of a thing over here. We may have to close this off though, unfortunately. And then what else did I do? I did this building as well. So we have another one here. And you kind of see how this is starting to take shape. Did I show you this? Had I done this in the last episode? I went with cobble here. I may have done that in the last episode. It's been a few days without recording, and so I'm a little bit distracted or confused. Fact to the matter is that my graphic card broke the other day. I tweeted about this. My new 980. Luckily, I had another 980 laying around, which sounds weird to you, but I work in that industry, so I had one laying here in my apartment. So I plugged that in now, and I'm going to send the other one for warranty. It just died. Crazy stuff. That's what Minecraft does to your graphic cards. No. I've also started to work out this building. In fact, most of these buildings were just like this. They were facades in the last episode. So I've done you can see that I've done the structure of these buildings now, which is great. I've also worked quite a bit on the brothel. I keep pronouncing that wrong, I've heard, but that's okay. And so if you go inside, this is actually starting to look really cozy. I made a staircase here, like a Titanic staircase. And then this is kind of going to be like a hotel. Okay, that's how brothel works. So we have 6 rooms. These are small. It's one that's larger, and that's these. Now the idea here is that this building, and I've said that before, this building will actually act as our village breeder. So my plan is I start to dig down here. We'll try and fit a village breeder underneath here, because village breeders requires us to have like villagers that are trapped, and requires us to have a fake village and water streams and all that kind of stuff. So we'll try and hide that underneath here, and then we'll try and pop up the villagers through the floor, the babies. And I'm really excited about this. So they would pop out here, right? Let me just fill in that. They'd pop out here, and then they'd start walking around in Tortuga like baby villagers, man. And it's going to be super interesting to see, because then my task would be to visit this place, and all the villagers that are walking around, they're either old villagers that we don't want for shops or new potential shopkeepers. And so by having it like that, we can then shove them into a shop if we find a good one, and it's going to be freaking amazing. I'm really looking forward to that part when we get that far. But yeah, that's a little bit of an update for you all on Tortuga. I think though today, I'm not really sure what we should do. Do we want to continue? I kind of feel... yeah, I want to do one thing. I wanted to try making this entrance here, actually. I kind of feel that I want to step away from Tortuga for an episode. I don't know. I kind of feel it's always more fun if we differentiate the series just a little bit. But I'm not sure if you guys are agreeing with that. This is going to be weird, isn't it? Yeah, that may actually... I'm not the kind of person that likes too steep stairs. I think it's many times ugly if you make stairs too steep. But let's consider having that. Then we'd have to have a pathway leading up to that, I guess. Well, the entrances on these buildings are going to be through the basement, so I guess it wouldn't hurt. Could we like sneak in and then try here? Would that be a thing? Oh, I gotta be careful with this shovel. 19 left. Okay, let's be honest though. I will forget it and I will destroy it in this episode probably. That doesn't look great. Did my phone just beep? No. Well, it started to light up anyway. Does that work? I think that's gonna destroy the feeling that I want here of this being the pathway. You know what? This building have been bugging me for a while. I want the building here because I feel that it looks off Tortuga very well. But I don't think I want the entry there. So we'll just leave the entry for now. Okay? We'll come back to it and we'll do it possibly down here. We could just do... Could shave away this and make like... Well, that may look weird. Could make like an entry right there. Oh, hello, ghost block. Could make an entry there. By the way, speaking about ghost blocks, that's fixed in 1.9 I've heard, and ghost blocks are, 1.9 is now pretty much done, Dinnerbone said, which makes me a little bit sad because they once again didn't give us any more slabs, nor did they give us the different colors for trapdoors, which I really thought they would, or signs for that matter as well. But it's exciting, and a lot of people have been asking. Let's go back to the base, actually. Let's leave Tortuga for now. Yeah, that's a good plan. A lot of people have been asking me, when am I going to update to 1.9? I would love to do it. The only problem is that there hasn't really been a stable snapshot until... Or the last stable one is the week 35 without the wings. I did try out the... Once the wings came, but I had issues with portals, and then I know that was fixed in the snapshot afterwards. But another issue is that I can't use Optifine, so we'd have to say goodbye to the skies, which is okay. That's not the end of the world. I'm just worried because I have a high resolution monitor, I'm worried that it would make the recordings ugly, if you know what I mean. Okay, I want to show you one thing while we travel back. The way I get food in this world, it's probably going to be a little bit of a talky episode today, maybe. Hope you guys are fine with that. The way I get food in this world and the way we're going to get food in the future is that I just head out and then I look for mushroom cows. And the fun thing is, since we're in a mushroom island biome, the only passive mob that can spawn here are mushrooms. Okay, they can only though spawn on mycelium, which is a good news for us, because that means that if we remove all the mycelium on the island and then make, let's say, a platform that's maybe a 9x9 of mushroom, and then take that platform and make it into a killing chamber, what we could have potentially, and there are no cows here when I'm supposed to demo this, but what we could have potentially is a system which automatically spawns in cows and kills them. And I believe in Minecraft that's the only way you can have a fully automated cow farm. Like, otherwise you have to breed them. You can always automate the killing part, but we don't have to breed them. And so I'm really excited about that. It's only going to work though once I've cleared out the entire island. Let's see. Let's go. They may have spawned. There should be like 1 or 2 packs. I've noticed that they usually spawn in packs of 4s. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. I left the area over there. And upon returning, we have spawned in some mushrooms. So with a super sword like looting 3 and fire aspect, I get some very many cooked steak. How many? I have 60. See, I get 6 from that. In total from 3 cows I got, well, not that much, but sometimes I get a lot, sometimes I get a little bit less. That's how I get food. Now imagine us being able to control that. As I said, it would be freaking amazing. However, this is going to require another thing. The way Minecraft works, I'm just checking for some more cows out here while we're here. The way Minecraft works is it will only spawn in mobs. Look at that. It will only spawn in mobs, including passive mobs, once you have allowance for it in something called a mob cap. Now there's 3 mob caps in the game. One for passive mobs such as cows, and pigs and rabbits and horseye and all that kind of stuff. One for passive mobs. And I don't know the mob cap, but I think it's pretty low. It's like maybe 50, 40, I don't know. And there is the mob cap for hostile mobs such as skeletons and zombies and all that, which we talked about when we did the prison. And then there is a third group for squid. Oh, look at that. We just guy moved in Tortuga. As you can see, the spawn rates are pretty high already. So I can't wait to see what happens once we get the area of spawning in them controlled. Look at all that steak. It's going to be amazing. Where were I? Oh yeah, the third group is for squid and bats. They have their own separate little group. So knowing that, the way we're going to make it efficient is by removing all other passive mobs. We can't have any passive mobs in our world or in the loaded area here of our base. Just let's check back here. Which means that any other farm, such as a sheep farm, we can't really have on the island. So my idea, and I asked you this about this in a few episodes ago, my idea is that we take the Nether and we kind of put a sheep farm in the Nether. Now that may sound a little bit weird, but I'm actually pretty excited about trying that, because I have never had like animal breeding and stuff in the Nether. Because obviously we'll probably want rabbits in the future. We'll probably want, yeah, like definitely sheep, like a huge sheep farm with all the different colors. So, that being said, I think what we can do today, because you guys were totally fine with the quartz. You actually said that you kind of agreed with me, which is great. So if we go to the Nether, maybe we should start planning out. I mentioned that I wanted to make I wanted to take this down because I don't really love the contrast of it. I think it's fine, but it's a little bit too boring in my opinion. I really don't like the Nether brick. I do like the stone in the Nether. I think it gives a good shading from the reddish feel that we have in the Nether. But something more grand is what I want to do. So, where to start this project? I kind of wanted to lay down a little bit of foundation here today if I can. But now I'm kind of regretting it because I realize I don't have any quartz whatsoever. And I haven't been farming that stuff. And I have to take this down. And now I'm kind of second guessing myself. I think what I don't like is the cobblestone floor, and it doesn't feel epic at all. Which usually I like the Nether to feel kind of epic. But regardless, if we're making something like sheep farm and stuff in the Nether, wow, I feel really unplanned here today. I'm sorry, guys. If we're making a sheep farm and that kind of stuff in the Nether in the future, we have to consider how we want this. All right, took a little bit of a break there, thought things through. Let's be realistic about this project. If we're doing this with quartz, we need to start off by collecting quartz. I don't want to open a huge project and then undertake it and then not having it planned and stuff. So I want to collect a little bit of quartz today, I think, or at least for now. We'll see how far we get here. Then I'll kind of have to think about, I would like to mix some stained clay. Like red goes really well with the white, but maybe like the cyan clay together with quartz. And I want to get like a pattern decided here in my head today and share that with you. But first of all, that starts with getting a little bit of clay. So, quartz. So the good news is that I haven't really been collecting it at all. Like I've only been collecting a little bit for comparators. So there should be quite a bit of it just chilling around adjacent areas here. This is our nether rail, by the way, to the mega taiga. We need a mega taiga. We need to find portal. No, to the mesa biome. So I'm gonna collect a little bit of quartz, and we'll see how much I want to do. Before I cut, though, I wanted to tell you a little bit of a story that happened yesterday. I was playing some Minecraft, just chilling out, having a good day. And all of a sudden, oh crap, wow. Did you see that? Did you see how quick I were to react? Like, super skilled. Anyway, we gotta be careful. Wow, that got my blood pumping right there. Or my heart pumping, I suppose is what you say. Yeah, yesterday, I was sitting there playing some Minecraft, doing some Tortuga stuff. And my husky, one of my dogs, starts to scream like crazy. Now dogs can bark, they can howl, they can... my dog even sings, kind of. You've heard that in videos or talks. She's like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. But this was like a death scream, right? So she's completely sounded like she was dying. And I got super scared. I just stood up. I broke my earbuds because I ripped them out of the computer too quick. Now I had a few extras. By the way, I don't use a headset. I use earbuds, the kind of stuff that you get together with your phone when you buy a phone. Really cheap ones as well, because if I sit and play for a long time, I can't wear a headset. I just get a headache from having that on my head. Crap. Thank goodness for feather falling, eh? Anyway, so I broke that. I stood up and I looked at her, and she was under the living room table, just screaming like crazy. And I couldn't see what was wrong with her, but I understood, of course, something was wrong. So I ran there, and I noticed that she was kind of asleep, and she's sleeping on her back like a human, which looks pretty cute actually. Did I not bring my bow? Crap. Okay, rule number 1, when in the Nether, bring a bow. Otherwise bad things will happen. So yeah, she was there, screaming, and she had fallen asleep, and she was on her back. And it turns out that her back paw, had got stuck in the leg of my living room table. Okay, now let me explain. Let me kill this bad boy. Come on, guy. There, no. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, okay. Come on now. Come on now. I hate gas so much. Look at that. Destroying the rail. That was the rail right there. Jeez. Frickin' finally. Jeez. Okay. I'm going back and getting my bow. Anyway, she'd gotten stuck in the table leg. Now, the table leg, let me show you this actually. Let's get up here. The table leg is kind of designed in metal to a shape that looks something like... I suppose netherrack isn't the best way to demonstrate this, but it's shaped like this. So it's like 3 small thin metal bars, right? On each leg, and then the table would come up here, and it's huge then in comparison to this. And her paw, when she was asleep, she had got her paw inside here, and then upon waking up, she twisted and it got stuck. And of course, she started screaming because, I mean, in her head, someone was probably holding her paw and trying to kill her paws. Now, there's another lesson to be learned with huskies is that they are super conservative about their paws. Like, if you touch a paw of a husky, they won't like it. That's the worst thing you can do with a husky. It has to do with that they historically they need their paws. That's their kind of survival tool, I suppose. And so she was, I guess she was afraid of someone eating up her paw. Anyway, I saved her. Daddy came to the rescue. She wasn't hurt or anything. She was just scared. Yeah, I just wanted to share that. It was kind of cute. Although, I mean, sad, but cute. But everyone's fine. She's okay. So no problems. Alright, that's enough quartz though for today. 3 stacks, that's how weak I am. Well, we got a little bit more here. I wanted to see if we can get... I actually don't know how to make the pillars, but is it like that? And then... Oh no, that's the chiseled. Do I really have to look up how to make nether quartz pillars? Is it like this maybe? No. Oh, wait. No, that's the thing. Okay, maybe it's like... Ah, crap. Are you kidding me? I have to look this up. Wait, let me try one more thing here. How did I make it? It's like that, and then maybe like that. Crap! Boop! There we go. It was as easy as that. I'm sorry, you guys were probably yelling at me and things and stuff. Alright, so I just got a text message from a ad company. I hate that they send out so much stuff. So I wanted to try seeing if we can create sort of like a block chart, I suppose. And I really want to use cyan clay because I do love this. And it's kind of cheap and easy to get as well, which is great. So what about... Let's just see how the contrast and stuff. This is what I usually do when I play this game, when I am about to create something. Quartz is probably, I guess it's the most flexible block in the game actually, because it has stairs, slabs, these things, which always have me thinking about motherboards, the pillars, and then they have the regular blocks, of course. And that's already looking fantastic, that mix. So I want to use that. What about, I also wanted to try yellow and red. Do I have any red here? Actually, I don't think I do. We could create, ooh, maybe orange. Orange clay is actually underestimated. Let's try that. Oh yes, baby. This is looking good. On an old server that I was playing on, we had a massive nether hub. And we're not going to do a nether hub per se. We're going to do more like a nether base. But we used stained clay to kind of colorize the areas, and I thought that looked really good. Let me just dump off you and the nether rack. Okay. But this is definitely, I mean, it's pretty plain, but we could use the quartz to our advantage. Being as such a flexible block, we could use it to to make all kinds of shapes and stuff. I still want to ban the pigmen from spawning if I can in most areas. So I think I want to go with like a slab floor. The only problem is that we can't really get too fancy with it if we just have one slab. So what about regular stone slabs? Could we make like patterns with this? Would that work? It's a little bit too high contrast. Definitely if we take away this for a moment. Okay. We can definitely work with it if we have the cyan clay. Right. Let's make a little bit more of these things. This is usually stuff that I do off camera, but it's kind of fun to do it together with you guys. I think anyway. Maybe you think this is super boring, but this is how my mind processes things. We also have, of course, this side of the block. Shouldn't be underestimated. That side there. It's a terrible example, but the bottom. So it's a super flexible block quartz, which is good. I wish there were more of those in Minecraft. But I guess it could make sense to have this kind of floor pattern. Yeah. I don't think it's too far off. I think it's pretty good, actually. And then let's put the yellow back. I know a lot of people hate yellow clay, but I don't get it. It's beautiful. It's such a vibrant, saturated color. And I like it. Yeah, you guys will have to let me know what you think. It's kind of, we're going the opposite way from a burnt down Hellforge kind of build into a epic lit up super build, if you will. But it could be cool, and then like I said, I think that we need to do in the Nether, regardless of what Nether design we have, is going to be the all the animal farms that we want to keep in the world, which I think is going to be fun. Like things that you harvest by yourself is going to have to be in the Nether. Oh, by the way, I found a great mix the other day. I wanted to show you that. The light gray stained clay. In case you're a Nether brick fan, which I'm not. But the light stained clay goes super well with this block here. I know a lot of people use that blue block that you find in the water, prismarine, including BOO likes that combination. Personally, I don't think it's super good, but that there has a fantastic contrast towards the Nether brick. Just a little tip, just a little advice, I suppose. All right, so unfortunately, I just looked at the length of the video and I realized that we are out of time. So you'll have to let me know until next time what you think about that Nether thingamajiggy, the Nether block shard. And I have to go and vacuum clean. I promised Emily I would do this today, and I realized that the time is much later than what I originally thought it was. One thing that I wanted to fix today, but that I didn't have time to do, unfortunately, is the collection system for the prison. So maybe we'll do that next time. Basically, we have a prison over here in case you haven't seen it, and I'm currently working on clearing out. I still haven't done this. I've been so lazy. I've been so stuck in Tortuga. But we have this prison that we built a while ago, and the mobs will spawn in here. Let me just fix this up. The mobs will spawn in here, and then they will fall down there, and they will get killed. Some mobs make it though with feather falling boots, so we have to deal with that as well, which shouldn't be too hard. We could install something called a lava blade. Haha, pretty cool word for a killing mechanism. Oops, this one as well. Boop. But we have to deal with the collection system, because I went down here just a moment ago and there were like 70 zombies down here, and there was items all over the place because all of these hoppers are full and the chests is full, because apparently I've kept this running by mistake. So yeah, this one is full. This one here is full. It's good stuff though, because it means that it's working good. We just have to make sure that feather falling mobs dies. This cell though, the furthest one in, isn't full. It doesn't have a lot of stuff. So I'm thinking that this chunk here may be unloaded or something when we're in our base. That may be the thing. And I was actually hoping that we could fit this in the episode today, but unfortunately we are out of time. And I'm out of time if I should be a good boyfriend, which I totally need to be, because Emily is wonderful and lovely, and she always helped me out. So I'm gonna go vacuum cleaning and do that kind of stuff. I did dig out a line for us to transport the items all the way back to the center of the base, but I then changed my mind. I think what we'll do next time is we'll bring the items up around here, and that will put them, if I can make this throw. I never make ladder throws. I'm so jealous of people that can make ladder throws. Yeah, this is what happens. Best case scenario. Get stuck in the freaking roof. Okay, anyway. I was thinking we'll make a temporary storage room over here for all the stuff. So we'll work on that next time. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed. As I said, do give me suggestions and feedback and stuff on the Nether build for the Nether. Last time you said that, you know, whatever you do will look good. That's not entirely true, but I thank you for being so nice. But like, if you have any ideas, or if you have any other block combination that you just know is like epic looking, that includes quartz and clay, then do let me know. And again, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic evening, and I see you in the next episode.